Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the dreaded D-Rose report. Don't click off, it's me. I'm here in the office again in my wonderful Undertaker shirt. Anyway, I'm getting the computer at the store worked on so I can start uploading maybe during the day, like maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon like I used to, instead of here at night like I got to now here at the office. But not very much. Lighting's not very good, but it's probably good because I don't have no shirt on. Anyway, let me get going here with some news. And like I said, I'm going to try and maybe I might have to put up with this twice, maybe. Anyway, TNA, believe it or not, did a round of drug testing for last night's TNA Impact taping in Orlando. The wrestlers received physicals, had blood work done, and drug screenings. I'll let you know more on that later. A few TNA regulars were absent from Monday's TNA Impact taping. Notable names who weren't included there was Rob Terry, Hernandez, Serena, Lacey Von Erich, as well as the Knockout Tag Team Champion Taylor Wilde and Hamada. Don't know why they were all missing, but because that usually the taping goes on for the next 3 weeks. At last word, these stars weren't at the Tuesday taping either, so no word on what the deal is, unless they're doing some kind of cost cutting. Anyway, this is horrible. Abyss is currently working through a case of food poisoning. How do we talk about a black hole slam? Sandman's not appearing at Monday's TNA Impact taping despite being scheduled. The word going around TNA that he was a no-show. It's also believed that TNA is short on talent for the EV 2.0 stable. Kind of suspect I know where Sandman is. Thirsty. August 21st episode of WWE's AM Raw scored a 0.47 with about a little over 500,000 viewers. Last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, well, it'll be the night before now, 2 nights ago, scored a 3.23 cable rating with an average of 4.8 million viewers. This week's show did hours of 3.12 and 3.34, which I think was down from last week. Alright, I don't know if you heard about this yet or not, but Serena, I kind of hate this too. Her sudden release from the World Wrestling Entertainment is being compared to Mickie James' dismissal from the organization earlier this year, that both involve matters concerning behavioral problems on the road. Now, what would that little bald thing be doing? That's bad to get fired at on the road. I don't know. We'll maybe find out later. Serena had several warnings at several different times by the management to lighten up her road behavior because she was putting her job at risk, and ultimately reached the point where WWE had no choice but to let her go. Just as the big push was planned, and I think she's only had one match, unless she did some house show matches on TNA show, and she did good, I thought. It is said that the episode of SmackDown in which Serena was caught drinking alcohol at a bar was designed to send a message to her over her partying habits. Maybe that's what it is. And irate CM Punk immediately chastised her following the airing, of the video, but then she was forgiven and she was a follower the next week. Luke Gallows, however, refused to follow suit, walked out on his fellow Straight Edge Society members. News of her departure was kept under wraps, I guess, internally, but the announcement is expected to be made this weekend, so we'll find out how they play that into the Straight Edge Society role. They may do that. And it's believed that Nexus is current form will cease sometime in October. So I don't know whether they're going to keep those guys on or whether they'll just divide them up into certain matches, independent. They could have really about 3 or 4 good tag teams out of them, but Vince don't like tag teams. Anyway, Vince also, since I mentioned that, Vince also decided to rename the Unified WWE Tag Team Championship and the WWE Tag Team Championship because he wanted new belts to be marketed. Another reason to give for the change given and it's easier for for the talent to pass through airports with one belt rather than two, one set of belts rather than two. But actually, did you see the belt? Kind of remind me of the Diva deal. I don't care for it too well, but what can I say? It's currently unknown if the belt's going to be considered as a brand new championship, or if they'll carry the lineage and the history of the both tag team championship belt. Hope to carry on the history of it anyway. All right, last night's episode of Raw scored its highest rating for score in Canada since moving to the network in 2006. WWE returned to the Maverick Center, West Valley City, Utah on October 17th, 5 p.m. That means it's a house show. Tickets go on sale September 11th at noon. WWE Diva, the Bella Twins, and Kelly Kelly will be appearing at Lucky Star Casino in Concho, Oklahoma, I guess, on Thursday, September 30th, 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Please make a note of that. In fact, I did. WWE's is changing the name of the upcoming high-flying DVD from The Best of the High Flyers, which I guess is too normal, to Wrestling's Highest Flyers. The set's going to be released October 12th. Please, anyway, WWE developmental diva AJ Lee wrestled against the women's champion Layla at a SmackDown Live event in Odessa, Texas, this past Sunday, and Lee wrestled as a babyface and was billed from Odessa, and likely to help her with her face character. Layla cut a promo on Lee before the match and won with her finisher. WWE was planning to begin debuting the promos for Lee on SmackDown a few weeks ago, but they still haven't done it. TNA Christy Hemming knockout is now on Twitter. Who ain't? Oh, by the way, I am too, but I never tell you what I'm doing because you don't care. I'll give a report on there, though. Anyway, despite his illness, Tommy Dreamer worked through last night's TNA taping in Orlando and appeared on camera, but Dreamer had been suffering from flu-like symptoms and has fever and puking. That's all we need to know. Maybe him and Abyss can get together and just have a wonderful time. All right, as noted before, former diva Katie Lee Burchill, by the way, wrestled a tryout match with at TNA at last night's taping, losing to Madison Reigns. Jeremy Borash wrote the following on his Twitter account regarding her tryout that the former Katie Lee Burchill did great at her TNA dark match tonight. Future KO. Maybe. Independent woman, well, like I was saying, Christina Von Eerie, she was backstage at the Impact taping, and she then didn't wrestle in front of the crowd, but there was talk that Von Eerie was going to be the new valet for Jesse Neal and Shannon Moore Team, Inc., but I don't think that's going to happen now. Oh, by the way, Vince McMahon celebrated his 65th birthday yesterday. And 65 is considered the standard age for retirement in the United States, by the way. Somebody's trying to tell you something, I think, Vince. I don't know. Alberto Del Rios is featured on the cover of the latest issue of Super Luchas. And it's believed that the Nexus current form, like I say, is going to cease in October. Which, do you think that's a good move or not? I mean, are they keeping you gripped into the seeing what they're going to do next, or would you rather see them broke up? I'm neither here nor there. Well, I'm here, but according to that, I don't care. Last night's episode of Raw scored the high. Well, I was telling you about that already. No, maybe I'm starting to repeat myself. Ain't nothing new. So put up with this for maybe another night. Maybe I'll have the computer up going there, and we'll be back normal if there is such a thing. Thanks for clicking. I gotta go.